going to find out real quick if we have sound or not. Antisocial experience 234, the fears that be. Keeping with our spooktacular, what's it call it?
Halloween?
Yeah, extravaganza for the month. I'm anxious for next week's episode. I still have to do art for it, but other than that,
this movie is sinister.
I couldn't pick that. I couldn't. If you told me you got to the end of the show to name what that movie is, something that happens in it, I'd be like, somebody was scared.
I don't know either, but he messaged me actually last night and said that's his favorite horror movie.
Nice. Anyhow, today we're diving into, well, at least some stuff that I can't say it scared Jimmy, but it scared me.
Well, first we're going to dive into this fucking Heathcliff fucking Garfield controversial thing, all right? Before I forget it, all right? I'm not fucking letting this one go, okay? Okay. So, like, we were talking, okay? And Nick brought up the famous fucking cat, Heathcliff. If you guys remember Heathcliff, he was like, you know, like I said, the cat in the back alley that was like Garfield, but instead of eating lasagna, he was beating up your brother and fucking your sister and smoking cigarettes the whole time, you know? He's fucking
Did
Heathcliff.
He smoke in the cartoon?
I don't think he should have, though, you know?
But I kind of think he did, and then they changed it.
Maybe in the comic he did, because he had a comic too. And this is my question: did Heathcliff come first, or did Garfield? And I want to say Garfield came first, graphically, like in comics. But I want to say Heathcliff had a fucking cartoon before Garfield.
Very possible. Mm-hmm.
I'll lose sleep over this.
Yeah, I hate stopping the show to look shit up, so I'll let somebody else handle that.
I hope they do.
That aspect. But it's just, yeah, I mean, comparatively, are they equal? Was one better than the other?
No, dude, Heathcliff would have beat the shit out of Garfield.
Right. Heathcliff was gangster as you get. And Garfield's like, sit at home, be fat, chase the mailman, eat lasagna.
He's like a millennial or whatever the fuck. You know?
Yeah.
Basically what he is. They were predicting the future. They're like, these are what your kids will be like.
A millennial. And then it's no contest. Since we're talking cartoons, if you're going to throw Calvin and Hobbes into the mix, like, even though they came out at a different time, it started in the early 80s. That was a good comic strip, man.
Calvin and Hobbes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, legendary. And the dude, like, he just had nothing more to write about him, which is sad, because that could have went on till he died, basically.
Who was the author of that?
Calvin and Hobbes, Bill Watterson.
Yeah. That Simeon did his 5-year shirt where he's like drawn like Calvin and Skelly's drawn like Hobbes.
Yeah.
And they're riding on the back of this wagon. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. I'd agree with Top Cat being a thing before Garfield. Who's Top Cat?
Fucking Heathcliff, dude. Who else would be the Top Cat? Yeah. Who else is better than Heathcliff?
Well, I'm just wondering if that's a bit of...
Name one cat better than Heathcliff. You can't.
Right, but is Top Cat like... Is that like a UK cat cartoon?
He just said before that he's like Heathcliff was Top Cat, wasn't
okay.
he?
I didn't read up a message. Tell me, right? Okay. Yeah.
In the UK, dude, Heathcliff is Top Cat on every continent, all right?
But no, moving on. And how I got on, okay, to Heathcliff was... Jimmy was trying to help me sort through, okay.
A Pound Puppies cartoon.
Right. And now... Pound puppies were a thing, at least in the U.S. You would go and adopt your own pound puppy, and it was just, you know, you bought it at the store, they gave you a fake certificate, you know? But was it just the stuffed animal, or did they have a cartoon with specials and whatnot? I want to say it was a big thing.
It was huge, dude.
I mean, the same as Garbage Pail Kids.
Transformers.
Yeah, all those classic cartoons, trading cards, toys.
You gotta remember the 80s. They built those cartoons to sell toys. That was the main purpose of those cartoons, was to sell toys. Like, they went hand in hand.
And look how badass Megatron was in the 80s. The gun, it was like a Ruger that transformed into a rifle. You could build it up to a rifle.
Look at Optimus Prime's figure, dude. His original one. It's like all fucking die cast and like, you know what I mean? It's badass, dude.
Yeah, Soundwave, the boombox.
Pound Puppies out of cartoons, see?
Okay, yeah, there we go. Good.
Dorn probably has fucking all of it on goddamn DVD. Dude, can you put it on the Halloween episode, please?
Yeah, right.
That's what we're looking for.
Anyways, more to the point, there was this spot in it, and my aunt had recorded it for me. Like, this is back in the days like the guy in the buzz said, the shoulder hoisted video cameras
Mm-hmm.
that were recording direct to VHS.
Yeah.
She took and recorded on her VCR like all these cartoons for me on this tape, and I have it. I believe I still have the tape, but I haven't had the nerve to go through it and find it yet because it used to absolutely terrify me as a kid. There was this one part, like, and I've never watched it all the way through to see what happens. I always like either stopped it and fast forwarded through it or fast forward through it so you could see it, but I'd like look away. As a kid, it was the only thing I can remember about it was this like dog. It might have been a robot dog or a dog with red eyes laughing, like all devilish and shit. And I just always skip past that, dude. Like as a little kid, it was terrifying.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, when they're down in that fucking, when they're in hell, and that one lady's like screaming at him, the one that's like crying at the same time. Yeah, that lady creeped me out pretty bad.
Which one was that? The lady?
Hold on, let me see what. Maybe it's not a lady. Let me see which one it is. Hang on.
The
No,
Eas-
it's the rabbit. It's the fucking Easter rabbit, dude.
The
That's
Easter bunny?
Yeah, that's the one that freaked me out. That's what it was.
Oh, dude, there was a bunch of shit that wasn't right in that movie that just kind of creeped you out. Like,
Yeah, that's what it was. It was the Easter bunny, dude. That thing creeped me the fuck out.
yeah. So that's the pound puppies thing. And as far as cartoons, there was not Masters of the Universe, none of that shit. All the old cartoons that they hate nowadays because they're, Hanna-Barbera or racist or whatever. None of that shit had any effect like that Pound Puppies. I think it was a Halloween special, to be correct. Terrifying.
All Hollows Pound Puppy.
I guess, man.
Speaking of All Hollows, real quick, there's a fucking AFI skateboard, okay? It has the All Hollows cover. Yeah, it was a Walther P38.
Badass gun in real life. Yeah, okay, P38. Close enough to a
What was I
Ruger.
saying? I just lost it. What was I just saying before this? I lost it.
Other than the P38?
Yeah.
Oh, man, somebody type it. What did he say? We'll have to wait on this one.
Fucking A, dude. I lost it.
Somebody will remind us.
Every
Or
time.
you'll remember. One of the two.
Probably not.
It's like one of the, you get those thoughts and you start running down it and boom.
And then fucking Doran comes in with a Walther P38. And I'm like, oh my God, Walther P. It's like squirrel. What am I fucking done, you know?
What makes that even funnier is the squirrel thing is such a real, as we just witnessed, occurrence. Not just with dogs either. Like in real life.
Dude, I live it. I might as well fucking live in a tree. AFI skateboard. Thanks, Doran. Anyway, yes. So I found it. It has like the pumpkin dude on it from the front.
Yeah.
Some dude selling an Altoona for $100, dude. It's going on eBay right now for $5.99.
I have the original All Hallows orange vinyl.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll show you my collection. I have most AFIs before they were known shit.
That was awesome, dude. But I was thinking about picking that deck up for $100, reselling it. I was like, fucking A, dude, $600.
Serious money, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have stuff like all year long, it'll be worth nothing. Halloween time, it's gonna go for more
you know what I mean?
Christmas.
It's just that time of year.
You know.
The price goes up.
Yeah, no other cartoons got spooky with it like that Pound Puppies special. Moving on though, I mean, like, and obviously there's been some horror movies where I'm just like, all right, I'm done with this and turned it off. I can't tell you which one. Just I'm not a big horror fan, but one of the times that I remember actually like getting creeped out was whenever the Japanese horror movies were starting to be made for the U.S. And they did The Ring. When that girl crawls out of the TV the first time.
Oh yeah,
I like literally like jumped up like I'm like yo on the couch.
Yeah,
like it was just
that was scary. Okay,
it was pretty freaky. Yeah, like I had to back up for a minute like this.
I forget which one it was. It was one of the Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's the very beginning. Like I mean how they do like kind of the clip before they roll the credits at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking there's like a couple or whatever laying on a bed, dude, and fucking Freddy's underneath the bed. It fucking had them fucking fingernails or whatever, dude. And I like from then on out for like 2 years, I always checked out of the bed before I fucking went to sleep because fucking hey, dude, I wasn't getting jacked with that,
Yeah, I guess my mom let me see one of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I think it was the first one when I was little. Didn't seem scary to me,
Oh, now that we're bringing this up, yeah, a lot of shit scared me because my grandma had to come get me during the first Jaws in the Rolling Theater. It was freaking me the fuck out.
The shark?
Yeah. Yeah, because he was just mauling people, dude, and it was just like, "Durr, durr," and I'm like fucking 3, you know. I'm like, get me out of here. And there was another Chucky was another one that freaked me the fuck out. I don't like dolls, man.
Yeah, Chucky was kind of spooky.
I like action figures, but
I mean,
don't like
you
dolls.
can look back at it and
like
be
Teddy
like,
Ruxpin. He was a cocksucker too.
the bear.
Yeah, with the tape in his chest. Yeah, that fucker. Teddy.
Didn't he sell for lots of money?
Yeah, dude, he probably still does. Him and his cassette tape.
Did Chucky and Teddy Ruxpin ever have like a showdown, or like,
No, but they should have, dude. That would
or
have been
like,
awesome.
was like Chucky bitching about him at one point in a movie?
Maybe, or maybe it was Ted. It was Ted from the movie Ted.
Oh yeah, he was bitching about him.
Yeah,
Okay. See, that's how you confuse shit when you get older. It's just that like, it don't matter. Just make it up.
That's how my hashtags go. I just roll off one word off the next one. You know what I mean? So it just bounces. Yeah.
Yeah, the Japanese horror movies, they did it a little different because who's the best bad guy? Do you know what I mean? Like if you had to choose which homicidal maniac would you not want to deal with? Michael Myers, Voorhees, or Freddy Krueger?
Serial mom. That's who I wouldn't want to deal with.
Who's Serial Mom?
Fucking what's her face played it? Hold on.
you go ahead and look that up. I don't know, man.
Kathleen Turner plays Serial Mom.
I don't even know what you're referencing. Is it a movie?
Uh-huh.
A horror movie?
It's a black comedy crime film.
Never seen it.
She's a crazy bitch. She's like a Stepford wife, you know what I mean?
Okay.
The home all proper, but then she's murdering shit like the whole time, dude. It's
Damn.
fucked up, yeah.
Yeah, never seen it. May have to watch
Boxing
it.
Helena is another weird one. Like the song Helena, the Misfits did. Remember that? The movie that goes along with that? The dude like literally cuts off. Yeah, see, Serial Mom was great. But that's like cereal like we were having over for breakfast. Door.
That's all right. Fuck it.
I know. I just
It makes it even scarier.
I know. They're like Captain Crunch. No, the fucking, fucking another one. Fuck, I can't think of it now. Damn it! Again, again. But yeah, Serial Mom was crazy. I guess that new Jeffrey Dahmer thing's scary too.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't either.
We got Chris in the chat doing the Freddy rhyme.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, long door. 5, 6, get a cruiser.
That I guess that was kind of creepy as a kid. But
Poltergeist was another one. I hated that lady's voice. Do you remember the lady's voice from Poltergeist? Like annoying and creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
That bothered me as a kid. I remember that. I think I'm done now.
Yeah.
A lot bothered me as a kid.
Nothing bothered me quite like when the dude drinks the worm in the whiskey in the Poltergeist movie. There's the worm in the bottle.
Yeah.
And you get a nice close up of him doing it. It's just like, yeah, no. I think that was worse than the horror that was in the movie of that one. But no, like none of those truly got to me. But you got to appreciate the famous killers from the movies. Because one, Freddy's in dreams, so he can always catch up with you.
But like, then they had like Freddy versus Jason.
At a certain point, like, didn't it break their universe putting some of them against each other?
I would imagine it had to have, you know?
Like, I watched it just because I was a fan of the other shit.
Oh, yeah.
But when they had, like, Jason in space.
I know. So, I know. But listen, so at the end of Freddy versus Jason, he comes walking out of that sea, you know what I mean? And he has Freddy's head cut off, but like very end, Freddy's eyes roll back. So like, who won, man? You know? Because Jason doesn't dream, does he?
I don't think.
I think that's how he beat him.
Yeah, I don't think he does dream at all. But you gotta wonder, like, if they're gonna do, what was that, Jason 10, where they had him in space, right?
I don't know what number it was, but that's like stupid funny.
Right, and then he gets turned loose because he goes in kind of like asteroid style or meteor style on Earth 2. It shows that the young couple hanging out, and you see something kind of burning through the sky, and it's Earth 2 that he gets cut loose on. Like, I wish they would continue that story. Why even?
I'm pretty sure they just like ended Halloween too, like done.
Friday the 13th?
No, Halloween. Michael Myers.
Oh, what after when?
Yeah, the movie's running now. It's called Ends.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's. Like,
you think that's it?
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying.
I don't know, man. You get Jamie Lee Curtis back in there with some money.
She felt bad. Like, I guess that new trilogy's so bad that like Everybody's all pissed off. Like,
Well, no shit.
uh,
No shit. And did Zombie do it any justice?
no. Just like that Monsters movie he just did. That's fucking horrible too.
You know, but it's like, I don't know. I think having her come back was the right way to do it.
You have to
And
have her.
you know what? When she did that original movie, no fucking way did she think, what, 30, 40 years later?
Yeah. Like Sigourney Weaver with fucking Alien, man. You have to have it.
Did she die, though?
Did she?
At a certain point, isn't she dead?
Maybe. I only watched a couple of them. She definitely makes it through the first two.
Yeah, I think she's dead at a certain point.
Oh, man.
So they can't have any more Ripley.
That's her name, wasn't it? Believe it or not.
Yeah, and I didn't like, obviously it's iconic now, but I didn't really like it because Ripley and then Scott Ridley made the movie. You know, it's just,
yeah. That's weird.
just too
in the second one, dude, she fights him in that fucking robotic. Remember that suit she gets into? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So when you talk about it, I don't know what would be the ultimate bad guy to face. You know?
Jesus versus Santa Claus for Christmas. Is it a holiday or is it a birthday, man? You decide. That's what I'm talking about.
But no.
Had it home for dark because original Howling was a movie that traumatized me.
The little red tricycle on Freddy.
Yeah, that he's sitting on.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I kind of got that vibe whenever I seen that stupid jigsaw puppet on a tricycle.
I know.
Like,
yeah, that was.
We know where you're getting this shit from.
Didn't she become a cyborg in the films? See, I don't know this. Like, I need to. Doran, you're probably up on the alien thing. Like, is Ripley dead or what?
Yeah, I haven't. I saw them originally when they were a thing, and I haven't revisited it just because.
I think I did once, but that was 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Now, what I know more about is the newer shit that you know,
Prometheus and stuff like that.
Yeah, Prometheus and
I've seen those.
Alien Covenant multiple times.
I didn't see the new one where they're like in prehistoric or like they're like fucking fighting Indians or whatever. Maybe that's Predator.
The newest one.
Yeah,
that's Predator.
Yeah, I want to see that.
But yeah, it's I don't know. I know those ones better than I know the originals.
That's dead, but she's cloned. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Doran. I knew he'd know.
He's Googling this shit right now.
Bullshit, dude. He's smarter than me with that shit. You know what I mean? Like, he's fucking like, that dude can one-up me on that deal. And that takes some skills, yo.
And then, you know, like, you gotta wonder, with all this movie shit, how, you know, because sometimes it can play into real life. Like, when you're actually dreaming, you can have dreams about the shit and just outright spook you. Like okay, I have a recurring dream. There's a couple of them in my life that have haunted me. And they just at random. And it's one of the ones you wake up from like, oh, thank fuck, that isn't what's happening right now, you know? And one, do you ever have a dream where you know like something, like you know something is without a doubt watching you behind you? Anyhow, so there's one that goes on, it's like that. And I know that without a doubt there's something behind me that's watching me. And I'm watching, like, myself, like, sitting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I actually wrote this down. I have it written in a tablet sometime, just trying to, you know, I was trying to, like, dig into dreams at one point and find out what it meant. So there's me sitting, like, I'm sitting in a chair, just, like, in nowhere, like, not any specific forest, but, like, in the woods, in a chair, sitting. And then there's me. I don't know if I'm, like, in a cave, what I am, but I'm watching myself sit. And there's something behind me that ends up grabbing a hold of me that I was like, I'm trying to get away from it. And I end up grabbing a hold of myself that's sitting there. And it ends like when the me that's sitting there falls out of the chair. And it's just like, every time I've woken up, I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. That's good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take dreams. And that makes absolutely no sense. And you don't get any information from them.
No, I have like two, and I'm not going to talk about one, but I'll talk about another one.
All right.
Because the one I don't want to talk about. Anyway, the other one I have though, like I'll like half wake up, but like I can't move any of my body. Like I'm awake, my mind's awake, but my body's not yet. So like I'm trying and thinking to move my arm, I can't.
It's
like,
a dream?
I'm half awake, half asleep. Like I'm literally in the middle.
That sleep paralysis or whatever?
Yeah, dude. I'm awake, but I literally can't move a muscle. I'm like paralyzed.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking scary.
That's
it's fucking
shit.
Scary. Yeah. And dude, it's happened for a long time now, but it's fucking scary.
There's some actual some people have scary stories they posted about shit like that online.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's also the UFO community. You can't forget those guys.
Oh.
You know.
Tom DeLonge's back in Blink-182.
Yes. Aliens exist. But no, it's crazy, the dreams. And what makes them even nuttier is how they can be just assembled in no logical order. How the shit completely works there in the moment.
Yeah.
And if it's something you can remember afterward, like when you wake up, you're like, yeah, there's no correlation. You're like 1 and 1 does not equal 2 in that. But in the dream, it did.
Like the other one I'm not going to talk about, like I think it's real is like what makes it like bad.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And like,
yeah.
It's fucked up.
And there's probably, and it may not sound spooky, but there's this one, okay, and this comes from a time when I was locked up as a kid in it wasn't a detention center, it wasn't juvie, it wasn't anything like that, it was like a treatment center. Like you had to go there and do a set program, and if you wanted out, you had to earn it. Like basically become a robot, work whatever program they designed on paper from books from their years in college to pull them into letting you go. Or actually do it, I guess. Some people did. But anyhow, like I'm walking. I don't know if I'm heading to town, heading to school, walking in this town, you know. And I'm walking, I start seeing like groups of people as I'm walking. And I'm like, what are these fucking people doing? And I'm like, oh, so-and-so. So I start seeing people I recognize. They're talking, I can't hear nothing. It's just like, you don't really hear anything in dreams. I haven't.
Oh, I have.
Right? I never really, like the closest I think I've come to hearing sound was in this dream. It's just like this deafening wind, like washing all sound away.
Mm-hmm.
And more and more people keep showing up. And they're
mumbling or something.
Kind of, yeah. And more people keep showing up in groups of 2 and 3, 6. And all of a sudden it makes sense. And finally I see like somebody I know. And I try to walk up and talk to them. But they're just not like, I don't know if it's like I'm not there or I'm a spirit or whatnot, or they're not there, but it's just like there's no connection. Like when I'm trying to like connect and talk, not paying attention, it's like they're looking through me, and it clicks all of a sudden like what the fuck all these people are doing. Like from the best of memory, it's like they're hanging out in that institution, like where the wings were and where the hallways were. There were people walking, there's people like hanging out in the different rec rooms. Not rec rooms, but it's like, what they call it, didn't call it, I guess it would be a rec room, activity room and whatnot. There's people hanging out there. But what made it even nuttier, it's not like it was people that I know from here, and it's not like it was people that I knew from then. People from there and here were mixed together. And I'm like, what, you know? And that's what made it even spookier. Like, I proceed to run around to try and like figure out what's going on. Not one motherfucker hears me at all. And you know, like I said, that deafening wind, that mumbling, you just don't know.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to have one that I'd fall out of the back of a truck or something, but I'd fall down like a far cliff. You know, did you ever have the ones where you're falling, and right before you hit, you wake up?
Yeah, they say if you don't wake up, you die.
Yeah, yeah. If you hit, you die. Yeah.
That's the urban legend.
Uh-huh. I'm afraid of heights now, so like I don't even walk those lines. You know, like,
what? Falling out of trucks?
Yeah, falling out of anything.
I mean, it sounds simple, man. You know what I mean? But it's shit that can legit mess with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially like, that's the point where I gave up. Like I bought a couple books trying to interpret dreams, and I'm like, there ain't nobody, I don't care what you've done in life, there's nobody qualified to interpret this shit. That wrote it, you know, this is their opinion at best, what this shit will mean.
Absolutely.
How do they know?
Right. Studies. What did you study? Brain waves? Like, they were active.
Dreams. I studied dreams.
Yeah. I study them too. Like, I study how they fail every time I have them.
Right? No, man, it's just so nutty. Like,
you say nutty one more time, I'm yelling squirrel every time.
Squirrel!
Squirrel!
No, man, just seeing people that have no business talking, knowing each other, hanging out. It just, yeah. It was pretty disturbing.
Yeah.
And it's a recurring when it happens.
Or it's like if you have PTSD or something, like you hear, like, you know what I mean? Like you were with somebody, something happened to them or whatever, like, or, you know, somebody's gone from your life or something, like, you know what I mean? You have dreams like that can fuck with you too.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, that's another one too. Just the whenever that makes stuff really real. Like the few times that I did have a dream of somebody that's passed, and like you can hear them talking. It's like it transports you back in time. If anybody's made it into a dream, like I woke up like, damn, that was real.
Yeah, covered in sweat, fucking.
But it wasn't. Man, that's the good shit. We need to make movies about this crazy shit. See who we can creep out.
Probably nobody.
Sitting in the what? Sitting in the chair, of course. Matrix style. Oh, he's talking about the dream of me sitting. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe Hakeem Olajuwon. He was the dream, wasn't he?
Right. That guy there. I don't know. That's the spooky stuff that's bothered me, man. Dreams, that fucking Pound Puppies special.
That was funny.
And what I don't know is it really Pound Puppies? Or was it the
fucking Heathcliff?
The other crew, not Heathcliff's crew.
No, not his gang, yeah.
The other gang.
Right, the bad gang.
Like the real junkyard cats.
Right, the real guys. They were shooting dope across the street, you know?
Yeah, those cats.
Yeah, from across from Heathcliff Stoop.
Man, that's a good question. Can anybody confirm whether Heathcliff smoked or not?
Yeah.
In the show, in the comics?
Anywhere. Like in his bedroom, like wherever, you know what I mean? Wherever he smoked.
If he's not, he is right now.
Yeah, he's lighting one up for sure. He's like fucking for his homie. He's pouring one out, you know? You got to figure, he's probably still be alive. He had 9 of them, you know what I mean? He had 9 lives, yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's fucking Heathcliff, dude. He beat up Garfield, fucking stole 7 of his lives, too. Him and Nermal.
Jeez, that fucking cat.
I know. And then what was the dog, Odie? And John Arbuckle.
I don't know, I want to kick on a car. I used to love Garfield, like reading the comics. Like the actual condensed, like the books that you could get, and it was all the Sunday comics. I like the cartoon,
too, when Joe Lorenzo did his voice and stuff, or whatever. Or, no, who did his voice?
Not the stupid movies, but
not Bill Murray. Hang on.
The actual cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember who voiced that, man. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
No, I liked that cartoon, man, as a kid.
Yeah. But still, it's
Plus, Garfield hates Mondays, dude.
It's no Heathcliff, for sure.
Dude, please. Please.
What tidbit are you looking up for us?
Garfield. Who did his voice? In the cartoon.
Was it Murray in the movie?
Yeah. And I think he even does like the new cartoon too.
Who, Murray?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was a bad choice. Like,
I do too.
The dude's too recognizable.
There was a reason he did it though. Hang on. I can't think of what the reason was. Oh my God.
There's a reason Bill Murray voiced Garfield.
It was Lorenzo Music was his name.
Okay. So there's a reason Murray did Garfield in the movie.
Yeah, because somebody else did a movie that he was supposed to do. Like, he did it to piss somebody off. Oh, my God. Dude, that's got me wondering now. Shit.
All right, well, let's hear the tale while you look it up. I'll try and carry it.
Yeah, I gotta know this now.
No. I think one of Murray's best roles was the dude in Zombieland. Like that. Did they make a part 2 to that?
Yeah, I never seen it. But yeah, dude, when he's called him Bill fucking Murray, and he's like, I know that's not your middle name, but Bill fucking Murray. Like, that's funny shit, dude.
Yeah, it is good. For sure. Check out some of these comments and chat quick, because I missed most of it. Little Red Tricycle. My skateboard. Serial Mom. They always screw the films up by awakening them after years and mixing them up. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we could have did without the, oh, who was it that fought? Freddy and Jason?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like we could have did without that. I mean, did horror fans really want that?
No. Oh, Bill Murray took this Garfield job because he thought the screenwriter was Joel Cohen, and It wasn't. And he was pissed. And he said that's the only regret in his career is fucking Garfield.
Taking Garfield.
Yeah, because he thought the screenwriter was somebody else. And he signed on for 2 movies. And he's like, oh, fuck.
So he got stuck in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I guess you got to do your research, when you go to do something like that. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Anyhow, Halloween this year, man. Anything you looking forward to?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Getting it over with.
Getting it over and done with?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the Halloween somewhere in the mid-90s where there was like a foot of snow on the ground for Halloween?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was up with that?
I don't know. It was awesome, though. I remember that one.
Yeah, I was stomping around in shoes and shorts, getting candy in a foot of snow, slush in the streets from all the, like, most people were having their parents run around in cars. Not me. There I am walking soaked.
So here there's 2 guys by the same name, the screenwriters. They're both named Joel Cohen. And he thought the one was the other. So the one wrote like Inside Llewyn Davis, Burn After Reading, and Fargo, shit like that.
Yeah, those crazy flicks.
Yeah, the other one wrote Cheaper by the Dozen, Daddy Day Camp, and Monster Mash, the movie.
And he got the one that did
the Monster Mash, yeah.
What a blunder. What a blunder, man.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, I don't know. That always bothered me, and that's why I could never get behind or support the new Garfield, was the Murray thing.
Yeah, he hates it too, man.
Like, so, it just...
If he hates it, like, what's that tell you?
Yeah, it wasn't fitting, man. Sorry for any Garfield fans out there.
Yeah, Heathcliff was better.
Yeah, more legit. But...
I'd take a bullet for Heathcliff.
I got your back, Heathcliff.
Straight on the stoop, yo.
Oh, people, last chance to leave any comments. Let us know.
Oh, and I got advice for the day, too.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. We'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
Matrix. Yeah, what did you mean Matrix style?
There was something about your dream.
Sitting in the chair, of course. Yeah, I don't know. It was just crazy. Dude, it's a spooky dream. Like, I wake up sweating like...
Yeah, Nick's part of the Pound Puppies. He's a cartoon.
Right?
It's cartoon Nick and a bunch of Pound Puppies.
Dude, I'm telling you. I don't know if it's like a devilish dog or a robot devil dog.
I'm going to find out, dude. I'm going to watch Pound
Right,
Puppies.
you can make me a shirt?
Yeah, you goddamn right. And a tattoo.
Oh, yeah, it was just horrible. I had to skip it every time. And it's like, this VHS tape, there was some fire. I don't remember what else was on it because of years of skipping that part.
Yeah.
But there was some other good shit on there, like Charlie Brown Christmas and other things. Like Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving type specials. And I just skip that one part every time.
Dude, that Easter Bunny from Bogus Journey. Fuck that thing, dude. All right, fuck that thing.
I don't know. Are these fears we should overcome and just be like, keep them rid off?
I think I'm not dealing with that Easter Bunny now. I've got enough shit going on. I don't need to revisit that, you know?
Yeah, that Easter Bunny.
That could be a whole nother fucking session of therapy.
That's right. Us American sissies over here. Go ahead, laugh. All right, man, what's your advice?
You just got to be like Billy Madison, man. You got to get out there. You got to find that fucking dog, okay? You find the dog.
I agree.
Yeah, Pound Puppies.